This is my first time streaming. Shout out to everyone watching me. Let's see. Let's try playing some Magic for my first stream. Working? Oh wow, it is. Oh cool. Try unfollowing me and refollowing me because I need to see if the notification pops up. Well, I've done most of my um, um, rewards so far, so I guess we'll start off by playing this Growl Otter deck that I just made. Um, I know most people like seeing it in a different format. See, I don't remember how to do it. Oh yeah, right here. So essentially what the idea for the deck is I'm trying to go infinite and do a lot of things with Rao's ultimate. Not very often people try to build towards an ultimate on a planeswalker because usually, you try to do the first two. But in case you don't know what Ral does, it's Ral Crackling Wit. He is a 2 and a blue and red for Legendary Planeswalker Ral. He has a static ability says whenever you cast a non-creature spell, put a loyalty counter on Ral Crackling Wit. So with that, we'll be playing a lot of cheat spells, and hopefully that'll put a lot of things on it. Important to note that it says non-creature, not just instants or sorceries. So anything on here, including our Amox Amber or anything, um, will trigger it. So we're going to be playing a lot of things, even if it's not. His +1 makes a 1/1 blue-red blue otter creature token with prowess. That otter will sometimes help us get into some chitching in some extra damage, but most of the time it's going to be a blocker just so we can get to the ultimate. His -3 helps us turn through the deck and find things we need if we start getting nothing but lands. So it's a -3, draw 3 cards, discard 2 cards. So we're basically netting 1 card every single time and filtering through 3. His -10, which we're trying to get to, will make us draw 3 cards, and then we get an emblem with instant and sorcery spells. We have Storm. And how Storm works is whenever you cast it, you copy it for every single spell you've cast before it in the same turn, which goes for opponents and for us. So, and it's any spell, so not just our non-creature spells, but also our just any spell in general, including creatures. And so the goal of it is going to be that we cast a bunch of things, get him up to his ultimate as quick as possible, which actually is pretty easy with this Planeswalker. And then we are trying to just storm off with things like Urabrask and Burgi, both to help us generate mana and just churn through more and more of the deck. Rowan and Will, just to make spells cheaper, with Primal Amulet with a also reduction. And then hopefully to finish things off with just storming off with things that deal damage to the face, like Play with Fire or uh, with other things that do damage. I'm trying to find them, like Play with Fire, and I know we have a lot more, like a Lightning Bolt. There it is. And even if we don't do enough damage to the face, usually we can just easily attack them with a bunch of different otters that we've made, and maybe even take infinites turns. It's very much a work in progress, still trying to work out all the kinks, but I figured I'd try to display and show everything I'm trying to do with this deck, and maybe hear in some input from other people, if that would help me. Oh, and hello, Viseries 260. I just saw your chat. Uh, I'll check out your. Oh, I see. That's. shout out to anyone who wants to check out your stuff. Sorry, your content's just not my cup of tea. But anyways, let's get into some games. Against Crocs and Koros. So they're gonna probably be using a lot of graveyard type shenanigans. This is a decent hand. I usually try to go for pretty cheap starting cards. It'll help us get up to the mana we need, although I'd usually like to have a little bit more ramp. No blue. This is a little bit better. Put back Seagate. In case, so you can play Unsummon in case they play any creatures. We're gonna try to slow them out as much as possible so we can get our creature out, or our planeswalker out. Next turn we'll either play Vadric or with Study, depends on what they play. Go ahead and kill that right now. I guess we'll go ahead and generate some mana. Or we can either generate some mana or try to lure out a removal spell. I think in this case we should probably generate some card advantage. So we'll play Rustic Study. Okay, pay the 1 or play some extra. Okay. Scalding Tarn. That is a good one. I think we're just gonna get out Ral right now. We don't have any black, so I'm not afraid of them using anything that might kill us. Besides, the more we go on, the better chance we have of just increasing the amount of instants and sorcery we cast, just to improve him. Ooh, nice free card. Urbrask, not bad. He's in the deck, so that way you can possibly try to storm off with him. I will say the one thing I need to work out in this deck is the fact that a lot of our 1-drops are and don't really combo very well. Persist. Come on. He's probably gonna search for, I don't know, for something big, I assume. Could be that giant 7-drop Angel that makes you have protection from things if you name it. Yeah, I was right. This is very much a graveyard deck. As for this, I have a feeling we're probably not going to hold on to him very long. 6/5. I think this thing's probably gonna kill him, so I'm not too sure. I think what we're gonna do here is go ahead and try to plus and hopefully counter something.
Together we can shift the current.
Very much open prey kind of thing, but maybe. You could deal damage to it. Sure. We just need him to cast something or have another ability. I don't know if I want to counter that ability. Very much a gamble. I guess worst case, we could just do a teach by example. Card? Okay, so yeah, definitely counter that, so that we can put a counter on Ral.
I have a plan.
I guess in this case it probably would have been better to just draw with Ral, but oh well. He does attack it, I don't see a problem with it. Yeah, he's probably going to play something bigger, which is okay. We will get a Thundering Fall, so we can see if we can get a counter from the top. No, it's not.
You'd hurt a cute critter like
I'm
me?
probably making a bunch of misplays just because I am not. I'm not used to streaming like this, so. Mythos. Sacrifices the rest. Sure. Enchantment, creature, and planeswalker from non-land permanents. Oh, he chose which ones I can keep. Okay. Well, I guess that's fine. He kills Queen, that's fine. If anything, it soaks up damage until I can figure out what I'm gonna do next. I think we need to sift through the deck. We really need something action.
Don't underestimate me just because I'm fuzzy.
By example, unmove that. Still nothing too good yet. Keep up full mana. I fully expect him to kill Ral with his Hordenburg Lord. Big score.
I hope I change back when I leave.
Unfortunate. Hey Tip, could you try typing something on the chat real quick? This could be interesting. I think we express a veneration here. Counter electrolyze. Okay, so we'll put Memory Lapse into hand. One to go into a library. I think we put this into library and then electrolyze to cast. This isn't the best running. That's one other thing. We need to find some way to deal with that. Unfortunately, I don't think we do. Midnight Clock. I think right now we just try to chip in for as much damage as I can. This little otter. We'll name him Dave. Too much. I think we're already going pretty downhill at the moment. We just have no way to deal with really big threats like this Hoarding Brood Lord. Buried Alive, great. So we can mass reanimate things from the graveyard. Yeah. There's the angel I was talking about. What spells do we have? Would it matter if we have mastery? I don't think it would. Try it anyway. Oops. Let's see. Let's try this one first. Turn that. Cast Teapot Sample, I guess. Neutralize, do 2 damage. Force Veneration. And I think that should be fine from there. Oh, we could have cast it to get a lot more. That's fine. This will go into hand. Doesn't really matter here. Can we win here? 7, 8, 9, 10? No, we can get really close. I think we save it for next turn. This counter. Wow, I can't believe we fucking got past that. So in case you don't know what Crocs and Kunris does, basically enter the battlefield, you can escape something for like 5, and then return to the battlefield along with Croxa. So you could have returned anything here. He probably would have gotten Sarah's Emissary, so you could get protection from my creatures. Which is not what we want, but unless he has a Bury or a Reanimate, I don't think he can do much here. 6. Let's play with Fire's Face real quick. There's Mari Command. Oh, if we can find a way to draw that, that would be great. I think. Wait, I think we actually get him here. Wow.
Bottom observe, analyze, iterate.
Against all odds. Wow. 2 damage. I don't know. Create a treasure token. 2 damage, treasure token. Oh, Dave pulled through. Let's go. Wow. That was a good one. That seemed like we were about to lose that game. That was really close. Wow, yeah. So, I don't know. What we really need is to find some way to get more red 1-drops. I like doing it like this. Excuse me. It's really important we get some 1-drops in here that are red. I just don't know. See, most of these 1-drops that are blue are usually help us either draw a card, reduce our opponent's ability, our will to even fight us, or even just reduce or make them. That's not the word. Stall them. It's the best way to stall them until we can get what we want to get out. The best that red can do usually in this case is either steal creatures or deal damage. We aren't really looking to buff anything. Collateral damage might be nice. It's like a bolt without the second creature. I don't think that's what I want though. Crash through could be good. I don't know. Faithless Looting actually might be good to add to the deck. Just so we can go through. Actually, I might go ahead and add that. In terms of what I would like to get rid of, I would get rid of Stifle, but it seems really good lately because a lot of people will straight up scoop if you stifle their fetch lands. That could be not quite sure. I think we could just leave it there. Galvanic's good. I just don't know if it's the best for what we want to do. Okay, I do own that card. Oh, I really feel like we need something that does damage and draws a card. I can't think anything off the top of my head that can do that. Ragavan usually is just a removal absorber. People hate that monkey. Shock could be good. I don't know. You know what? just keep it there for now. If we really need to, I think I'll add it. But we seem to be fine in removal, at least for cheap removal. The only thing we really struggle with is big creatures, like we saw last game. Then again, if we just storm off, I guess it doesn't really matter. So, keep it like that. Grape Shot, a Braid, Counterspell. Very good. I always like to keep a cheap hand. For any deck, really. Unless you really just plan on cheating things into play. That seems like a good one. Patent, Laza. Usually you can stifle its trigger, so I might go ahead and just keep this hand. If it does suck, we can just always brainstorm to see if we get anything next. I think we might want to draw another blue source just so we can play Counterspell though. So I might go ahead and do that now. Yeah, the two more expensive stuff on the bottom. Oh. Okay, fine. Fine. Good. I think if we can get something next turn, actually, stall him a little bit. If you want to use protective stuff, that'd be nice. So, yeah, I doubt it. Can't counter things. That's okay, we don't need to. Just unsummon things and annoy them. Didn't draw any sources, unfortunately. Nice. It's a tapped one, but it works for now for what we need. That's fine. So what we'll do next turn is probably a Row and then keep up a Stifle in case he decides to trigger anything. Unless he does it now. Oh wow. Okay, we can't counter it. That's fine. We'll stifle your trigger though. Do we Growl or Urbrask? I think we Growl just to put up a blocker. Go ahead and start generating.
Doesn't take a genius to see something weird going on.
Counters on him.
I hope you've got bottled lightning to share.
I actually don't really know the story for this set. Usually I'm pretty caught up with Magic lore, but I'm not exactly sure why Ral is turned into an otter. Oh, I forgot about that. Oh, that's not that bad. Average Monk. Target creature. Yeah, okay. Bop, 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 bop. Usually by now I'd scoop it up, but I don't think. Oh, you know what? We could add another...
Wait, another delay.
Another way to turn on victory. Maybe. Sure, that's fine. Not out of the game yet. That is annoying. I have not seen that in a while. So it gets a boom. Okay, yeah, this game's over. I don't have any way to deal with this. Even if we were to draw a certain spell, we wouldn't have gotten it. So in that case, I think we edit it a little bit. Return. The best way we have to deal with their things is to return a lot of stuff to their hand. Usually the one I'm looking for right now would be... That could be interesting. The one I'm thinking about would be River's Rebuke. question is, oh, it says all non-land permanents versus all creatures. Okay, I think on-land permanents are more important here in terms of expensive things to put back. Time warp can be comboed pretty well. I'm gonna keep that in there. Did Windfall, Vadrick? I don't know. I feel like Vadrick most of the time just sits in my hand. He is very good if you can make a deck built around him. I don't know. I think he's just more control than anything. So we'll run it back like that. Let's see. I think this is a pretty decent hand, actually. I think we keep. Because I can put this down turn 1, either Spell Chasers or hold it up. We don't need to hold it up. So we just stun 1 Spell Chasers. I think he's just going to be ramping most of the time, or playing a little tiny aggro things. We can mostly pick off tiny aggro creatures if we draw them. So I think we just play Storm Chasers. Storm Chaser is a new card. If you don't know what it does, when you level enters the battlefield, you make a 1/1 token with Prowess, auto token. You pay 4, leveled up to class 2. It returns target instant sorcery from my graveyard to my hand. So if we need anything like after we already used it and we really need it to save our butts, then we can always do that. And then 6 is pretty powerful when you cast an instant or sorcery spell. You make a 1/1. That's usually for a finisher if we really want to do an aggro finish. Then we're just playing Mindstone for now. Prowess. Yeah, like I thought, he's probably just gonna ramp for now. The fact he got that instead of a Shockland is interesting. So I guess he does plan to having a slower start. If we can draw a land, oh my goodness, Magic Gods love us. Play around, Prowess, and tick him up so we can start going aggro and building up Row. Most of the time when we activate Ral, his ultimate, we usually can find some way to finish the game. If not within that current turn, usually the next turn we can usually do it. We even got the new card we just put in, which is nice. Instance. I think we attack with 1.
Together
actually,
we can shift the turn.
We can attack with both. That's fine. If he decides to kill 1, that's fine. Actually, I think we might do this. We'll just go aggro. Screw it.
New world.
Don't have enough mana to counter his commander if he decides to find some way to play it. That worked out pretty well. 7. We just need to cast 3 more spells. I don't think we can unless he casts his commander, but she's 1 mana away from doing. Stone Rain. I think 7 Electrolyze. Boneheart is a little scary to let stay out, so I think we'll risk it for the biscuit and
I hope you've got bottled lightning to share.
Chaos Wizard. Hopefully he hits a land or something. I don't mind doing anything.
It's coming together.
Oh, that's fine. Well, I'm perfectly fine with that. That's even better. Yeah. Okay. Very nice. Alright, that's going good. I think we'll play 2 more games with this deck, and then we'll try building a new deck around a new commander. Only reason why I didn't show me crafting this deck is because I think I've been playing this for a while. It's very fun. And I don't see too many people running this as their commander, or even playing it in standard. I think this is actually a really good card in standard as well. Competitive, I'm not sure, but I do think um, I do think he's very good. I don't know. I think he could do pretty good in standard. The only thing is, I don't know how many cards there are that you could use with his ultimate if you work towards that. I know otters in general aren't very. Oh no, they're very aggro, but they don't combo well with the current spells in standard. At least compared to some of the better options there are, like the mice. Mice just go crazy wide, crazy in general. Let's see what he does. Do you block? Okay, then I will just 2 damage and create a treasure token. You. Good. Okay, well, I guess we're done. Yeah. Usually if you're going against these guys, all they'll do is just ramp and ramp and ramp until they get a Tolly out. I guess they kind of struggle against aggro decks like this, just because they don't. I mean, if you get rid of their mana dorks, they're usually just sitting ducks in the water. Don't do very much. And I guess he's looking at Storm Chaser's talent to get back, so I could get back to his Mari Land. But yeah, that was pretty good. This is the second game in a row we've had this, and that card has kind of performed. Usually makes people scoop pretty quickly. But anyways, alright, one more game. Record-wise, I don't know if this deck is too good. I mean, I think it'd probably either be up 50-50 or step 45. I don't have a way to check right now. I know there's things out there to check, but I don't really have anything at the moment to check with it. So, not too bad for now. Vanifar. So they're a combo deck, a storm deck. Ristic Study will get them really good. I think we need to kill their early threats, so these two are very good to start off with. So I guess we keep. Yeah. They're gonna play a lot of just janky, untapped target creatures and stuff like that, just so they can combo off of Vanifar. Elvish Mystic. A1. Hold up mana. That's fine. Slow down. You just don't want to have let them have any kind of fodder to pay back with. Studies, card draw off of them. I know, very nice, right? I think we hold up mana. No. Ooh, yeah, I think we just hold up mana. It'd be a different story if this produced red mana. But we need to hold up Unholy Heat, I think. Take action. Ooh. Wait, we can lay him even more. Sure. Free cards. Ooh. I think like Growl. It'll make
One
things a
day,
little bit cheaper.
I'll
Not
get
gonna
out
be
of this
anything
one.
cheaper, but favor one. Finally, holy. I think we just kill it. We just cannot let him. Sure.
No one controls me anymore. I'm my own man.
And he does. You know, reduces our spells. Sure. I actually only put him in for the
Testing is
reduced
ahead of
cost,
schedule.
but I guess he can get pretty big if you play him. Sure, draw a card. Unfortunately, I don't think he's gonna play any sorcery or sorcery. I think we're just playing Growl and hope we don't die.
You get to be my protege today.
Please don't kill us. Opponent's probably wondering what he needs to do. I didn't think I'd make it this far. Looking at my otter. So what he'll probably do is find somebody to fight it, and then probably go in and kill one of my planeswalkers. Not sure which one he'll hit though. If I were him, I'd probably go after my Leyline Prodigy. Just because, I mean, our goal is to get Ral Crackling Wit, but so you're just gonna hold up counters or something? Maybe a Stifle. Red. I think we draw. Try to deal some damage, maybe draw into a removal spell. No, that's a land.
Help me check the
I guess we just keep making little dudes. I don't know. I feel like the odds of us running into some way to do 2 extra damage is just not likely. I think we need to work on trying to get our Ral leveled up. Like this.
Well, gotta work with what's available.
What do you have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't think he has enough for a... I mean, he does. I just didn't Narcissus Reversal, so I guess that doesn't really matter. Emrith. Sure, let me draw. Suck. We might be able to let our Leyline product. Ooh. What are you getting? Oh, I don't usually run too many instance or sorceries in this kind of deck. It's mostly just creature combo. So not too much different from what we're doing. Let's see what you make if we use Narcissus. Ooh, that's scary. I guess we'll just make a counter on this. Mana Drain would have been nice earlier. I guess let's try and draw a card.
Lightning
Unexpected Windfall. I don't think we need Mana Drain. Control. We'll return this to our hand and copy it. Not a pay.
Another.
Oh, new world. Got a counter spell still, and we get to counter 2 round. Very nice.
Any new hypothesis?
I don't know if proliferating is really good right now in any way. I think I'm just trying to storm off with this card, Proliferator, dude. Storm it. Good game. Ah, yeah. Just draw our deck, make a bunch of treasure, and we would have won. Not bad. So yeah, I think Ral's pretty cool commander. Definitely a weird one compared to other storms. I actually have quite a few storm decks. I say. Really have one, my Joyride deck, but that's a pretty common one. Just played a bunch of Cheerios. But yeah. I guess we'll play another Bloom Barrel Commander. Command collected. I haven't wanted to do Eluge for a while. And it's each turn costs a blue less. So I think... I don't know, I've been wanting to play him in With the World Mind. If I had some more people watching my stream, I think I would ask y'all what y'all think. far as I'm aware, there's only two of y'all. One of y'all I didn't really know. um, hmm. I think I don't know. We don't really have the things we need to make Wick work. Usually I'd play him with Conspiracy, which will turn everything into one specific creature type. So if I turn it all into rats, you just kind of go infinite with rats. And since he's actually red, blue, and black, you can just put in something like Impact Tremors, and just deal a bunch of damage every time something enters the battlefield. Or black has plenty of Salk Atlas you can go for. Um, or just leave up mana to just ping everyone. I don't know. I just don't think there's a quite. I don't think there's the things we need for that deck in Arena, unfortunately. So I guess we'll try to do A-Luge. Which, I don't know. I've been wanting to make him for a while. I just don't know what way I would put him towards. Because you could go the mean way, which is just trying to do a bunch of counters and stuff, and that would be brutal. Or we could go some way with trying to just take a lot of extra turns or ending turns. Oh no, let's see what we got. Um, Islands, flood counters. So how many things have flood counters that we can put on things? Flood counter. Cotton blue burrow. Really? Flood? Flood counter on it for each land with a flood counter, so you can't proliferate him. Tap fish. That could actually be decent in a Ral deck. That could be really decent, actually. But we have plenty of one-drop blue things. But it does get anything with non-land permanent. Oh, that's not what we'd be worrying about right now. Actually, it could go decent in this deck, now I think about it, because it is just one blue. This will make things with blue cost less. I don't think it's a static, I think it's only an effect that happens when he's on the battlefield. So, I guess in that case, yes, craft that. I think what we're gonna want on creature spells is though they have flash. That could be decent. I'm gonna catch non-creature spells. Untap your frogs, otters, and rats. Is that the cheapest version of giving non-creature spells flash? I don't know if it is. Let's see. FLASH. If it is, that could make things a lot easier. Take extra turns on our opponent's stuff. Or turn. Defender, haste, cutthroat, chant creature. I don't know if that's quite what I want right there. Merfolk. Ionic Snoop. Sure. It's not back. I don't know. Leyline could be good. Only problem is that it'd only be the start of your turn. And I don't know. I think we need something that's a little bit quicker. Could easily be countered. Um. No, I think that is just the best way to do it. Although, in all honesty, I don't really want to make a new deck at the moment, so I guess I'll just leave it there for now. Um, hopefully showing off that deck. It's a pretty decent for anyone watching for the first time. I might come back to this if some other day. I've been playing this a lot. I mean, as you can see, I got 15 wins already. Maybe I should have streamed me doing those wins. I played a lot more decks earlier, like all the recent ones. My favorite one being my Yorion deck. But yeah, hopefully y'all enjoyed. For anyone who watched, uh, with that, I will see y'all later. Thank you so much for watching.